Executive Director, Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, Auwal Rafsanjani, joins us now from Abuja for more on this new development. Well, let's begin with the mountain litigation that usually characterized the electoral process here. Recently, the NJC talked about the CJ and also summoned some judges for conflicting orders. Is this an issue you see that can be resolved before the next general election? Well, Mr. Rafsanjani is talking, but we can hardly hear you from here. We'll fix that and return subsequently with more on that. The association, I'm told that Mr. Rafsanjani is back. Can you please go ahead?
Yeah, what I'm saying, it is absolutely necessary that all the steps need to be, need to take to restore confidence in the judicial system. As pertain, within the context of electoral process in Nigeria are taken. Otherwise, you're going to create, a serious discomfort, a serious, vote of not confidence in our electoral and judicial system. That is why TMG, as part of new paradigm shift, want to seriously observe the conduct of election tribunal and ensure that, allegation of corruption as per election, matters are dealt with squarely. Otherwise, it will continue to make Nigerians lose hope and confidence that our judiciary will not deliver justice to people in the country. So that is why TMG is deliberately and consciously putting together new paradigm shift to ensure that election tribunal are rigorously monitored, and not only that, we are advocating for total reform in the judicial system, because if you don't reform the judiciary, you will continue to make Nigerians lose confidence in the administrative justice system in the country. So one of the major things that we want to focus is advocating for reform in the judiciary even before the 2023, because the kind of kangaroo tribunal and the election tribunal we have seen, what made Nigerians to believe that it is all about bribing, it is all about pushing or using state power. I think it is important to dismiss those allegations if they are allegations, and if they are not allegations, it is absolutely necessary steps are taken to correct and address those things even before we go into 2023. So we commend the Chief Justice of the Federation for calling or bringing some level of sanity in that regard, so that completing order can actually be stopped. It's very embarrassing to see the same court, the same level of court issuing different judgments, and then one wonder what must have been the case, because ideally there should be synergy and there should be a kind of coordination.
Absolutely. So in addition to heading Transparency International and Amnesty International, you also recently was elected chairman of the board of the Transition, the TMG, help me now, Transition Monitoring Group. And given your experience in, civil society operations, what more do you think we can do beyond just observing? Because you know that in the past couple of years, there are now civil society organizations that are pro-government. Are we really scratching deep and really effecting change in this regard?
One of the new innovations we have decided to embark on under my leadership in TMG is to ensure that election actually delivers good governance. We cannot afford just to observe election and after 4 years we come back when they have actually destroyed the country. The high profile, and grand corruption that is associated with so many people elected, we must, ensure that that did not continue. We must also ensure that, the society functioning is also active. We cannot afford to elect people only for them. The only primary focus is to siphon public taxpayers' money and, divert public resources for personal use. This cannot continue. Under our new leadership, we will make sure that we monitor, document, and report any person that betrayed the trust and confidence as well as our constitution while in the office. Secondly, we believe that democracy is about development. It is about unity. It is about creating the opportunities for people to excel and participate fully in the economic development, in the social engineering in the country. We have discovered that some people, their own understanding of democracy, it is simply about creating violence. It is
Okay.
simply about hijacking political powers for personal, interests. So TMG, we will continue to ensure that we mobilize Nigerians to know their rights, to ensure
All
that they
right.
are not allowed, they are not used for political violence or for any manipulation of election, because those who benefit from those kind of atrocities,
We
they
really look
enjoy
forward
it
to
upstream.
see
And
how much of advocacy would change things as we see them today, especially as we count down to another general election. Executive Director, Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, Auwal Rafsanjani, thank you so much for talking to us tonight.